Just clip my balls, you know.
I'd be like, nope. Nope. Cancel it.
No, I had to actually really shave my balls.
Dude.
Clipping your balls is one thing. Shaving your balls is something completely
Clipping
different.
your
gotta
balls
be
sounds
careful.
so much worse.
If you could slice them right off, dude.
All right, boys, check it out. In a world where being funny is inevitable, join us on a journey as 4 rednecks discuss the trials and tribulations of being podcast rock stars. It's the #1 podcast from Bassham Studios, and stay tuned after the show to hear Blake read some shit. It's the Whiskey and Whiskers podcast, coming this fall. We're your host, Chris.
Chop.
Gator.
And Blake.
So it sounded way better in my car when I did that intro.
You're doing it in your
You
car?
think so?
Yeah, I was doing it in the car. Fogged up the windows and everything.
Did you do it in the shower?
Mm-mm.
It's not a good place to do it.
No, the car. We already established that, right?
But you could have done it in your shower, too.
No, that's
should have done it
dangerous.
in your shower.
That's dangerous. You slip and fall.
Was that your in a world voice?
Yeah.
In a world guy voice?
Yeah. Yeah. It was better earlier. I've cleared up the sinuses a little bit since.
He was in a car guy earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, and everything sounds better in your car, right?
That's
Dude,
true.
and tell me there isn't something to when you're sick and your voice is extra low.
Yeah.
You're like, God damn, I'm full of fucking testosterone and phlegm right now.
In a world.
Yeah. More phlegm than testosterone. No, I like that, too. You always feel more like better about yourself and your whole worldview because you're like, I'm better now.
I actually
You're
just
actually really sick.
I actually read there was a study recently that said that like obviously a deeper voice is more attractive to the opposite sex because it shows they somehow interpret that it shows like confidence. It's like I think it's just like
That's hard if your vocal
Weird.
cords don't drop.
maybe you just got a cold.
That's why,
Maybe
that's
he's got
why
a
on,
really
the,
deep voice.
on the podcast I talk 1 octave lower than I do in real life.
On purpose?
Dude,
Yeah,
you'd freak
for
people
sure.
out if you
To
talked like that.
establish dominance, you know?
Well, no, because that's what's marketable, right? Like I try to be way down here, you know. But yeah, that's
I guess I'm on a
You have
different wave. I guess I'm not on a different wavelength actually. Cause
No, you definitely are.
I don't know. I think like a higher voice is more confident if they're like equally as participatory as anybody with a low voice, because a low voice is like conventionally more.
Do you think a higher voice or do you think a louder voice?
A lower voice will travel more than a higher pitch voice.
Yeah, but like people with a lower voice in general, like they have what is conventionally accepted as like more masculine, I guess.
In
I'm
general.
pretty sure it's established that bitches love Sam Elliott.
yeah.
In general, though.
And it's partly because he's got a low voice. And
But-
the other part is because of the mustache.
But if
Fucking killer.
conventionally people like lower voices in men, I feel like the people with a higher pitch voice that are like, yeah, fuck it, I don't care. That's what my voice sounds like. That's,
You think
that's,
so?
That's more
You
confident.
really think so?
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Easy.
People who talk like this got a bigger dick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They probably do, man.
Fucking maybe.
Hey, so whoever's got the highest voice in here,
Damn, so this is the new game? We're
it's Chop's game.
You know what I like about your voice?
You know what your voice tells me?
What's that?
Oh, I can't discern that one.
You
Actually,
know where your voice touches him?
right in
Anyways.
the ear hole.
What's in the fucking box?
Oh yeah, that's what we do on the show.
I'm just saying, Michael Jackson was a confident motherfucker.
Was he?
But he had like surgery on his
Yeah, but I don't
voice.
think he scored with a lot of chicks.
Yeah, he did. They were just young.
And dudes.
Lisa Marie Presley, dude. What about her? She was pretty real life, at least.
Look, I have a couple of things.
Interesting.
Oh
That's
wow.
dumb.
Interesting.
All right, so the first thing I got,
Is it even cold?
Jack Black Cola.
it was when I bought it.
Yesterday? Well, shit. Let me drink some warm of this shit.
So
It's cold.
Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey
Oh, okay.
Cola.
Mixed with cola, though, it's not Jack Black Cola. Because that's a different thing. That was a thing for a little while where it was like a
No, this is going to be equivalent to those Purple Crowns.
this is a mixed drink.
Hey, does
Jack
it have
Black
caffeine
Cola
in
was
it?
like a malt beverage.
Does this have caffeine in it?
This isn't cold, though. Can you throw it up in the freezer? Can we drink it in a little while?
It's Wednesday. I can't drink caffeine.
What? I don't know.
It's no caffeine November, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I forgot. So I honestly, I looked at the fucking Crown Royal,
Uh-huh.
right? And I was like, because I thought that would be cool. And because, because you're sick. So I don't want to get sick from your sick.
What's your point?
So I was like, I get the fucking drinks and then we do that. But,
Why don't we just keep our own shot glasses?
but then I was like, well, yeah, so that's where my head went later. But But then I was like, we've already done the Crown Royal thing. Let's try the Jack Daniels one.
Well, this is the legit Jack
And then I was
Daniels
like,
one.
also, let's get some whiskey
Because the one you buy at the grocery store is terrible, but I imagine this is going to taste like...
no, this is
Jack
liquor
and
store.
Coke.
Yeah, this is 7% alcohol.
It's got cola in it.
Yeah, that tastes like Jack and Coke. Warm. Warm Jack and Coke.
It's not. It's warm. It's cold. It's warm.
It's warm. It's
It reminds me of a.
It's not
That's-
cold.
That's fine.
Reminds me of just taking a big bite of a Burger King burger,
it is good.
and then drinking a soda right afterwards.
It is good, and I love that when they do these, it makes the soda flat because the Crown's the same way. It's like even though it's Crown and Coke, it's flat, so it's not all bubbly when you try to drink it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no
that's-
carbonation in
This one
whiskey.
too. It's a minimal carbonation for a soda.
All right, and since we're drinking Jack Daniels Cola, today we're drinking Jim Beam Double Oak Twice Barreled whiskey.
Twice barreled. Why would they do that? It's just like a waste of barrels, man.
And again, I thought to myself, I have avoided Jim Beam like 100 times because, you know, I'm not really a big Jim Beam fan, but we drink whiskey on the show. And we don't just drink top shelf whiskey. This isn't actually bottom shelf whiskey.
No, that's pretty middle shelf.
Middle shelf whiskey. Because this is the double oaked one. But,
Double barreled.
normally,
Exceptionally mediocre.
Oh, it's double oaked.
yeah.
Double yoked.
I'm an oak, all right. See, I was harnessing my inner Sam Elliott voice.
It's not Sam Elliott.
You're right.
Yeah,
It's Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
gotta go a little deeper.
He had a pretty deep voice too, though.
Yeah, I'm an oak, all right.
Yeah, I'm an oak, all right.
What about Darth Vader? He must be really attractive. You can't even see his face. And he's wearing black, so it makes him look slim.
Dude, clearly Darth Vader is one of the most attractive men that's ever existed.
Dude, could you imagine if they're like, he's a sex symbol? America's new sex symbol, Darth Vader.
It's not a screw off? That's definitely middle shelf.
Ooh,
It is a screw off.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
But it's twice barreled, so it's all right.
No, it's double oaked.
So they throw
Both, actually.
And twice barreled.
it's both,
Holy
actually.
shit, dude. How do they do that?
Double oak, twice barrel.
I'm pretty confused by that, actually. How do you, like, that's
I like them thick and sprucey.
like my car runs on gas and diesel together at the same time.
Man, I gotta get my head right.
What's wrong?
Why is your head wrong?
You said double oaked, and, you know, in the spirit of the podcast, I was like, how can I make a joke out of that that's, you know, kind of fucked up, right?
Obviously.
And, so in my head I did, but I didn't say it out loud because it was some super ridiculous fucking nerd shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so explain it to us.
So,
Yeah, throw it down.
Way to qualify, having to qualify your joke.
So what went through my head was, you said it's double oaked, and I was like, the retaliation in my head was just like Ash's mom, like Ash Ketchum from Pokemon and Professor Oak.
because Professor Oak's hitting that?
Yeah. So for those of you that get that,
You're a fucking
You're,
nerd.
You're a fucking nerd.
Pokemon nerd?
yeah.
You fucked up, didn't you? I know
You would
which
not
one's
be
mine.
a good doctor.
That's not mine. That's mine.
Pokemon's cool. I like Pokemon.
Dude,
Yeah, Pokemon's cool.
I like Pokeballs.
We're just trying to, like, validate ourselves. Dude, Pokemon's fucking cool, all right?
I like Pokeballs.
It's good stuff.
Dude, on that topic though, it is a great fucking time right now to be a fucking nerd. Like this month in particular.
Pokemon season, dude.
Oh, no, actually it is.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I said
season of
Pokemon season.
Like, we can hunt Pikachus right now?
Yeah, you get on your Snap app and you go pick them up with a picture.
We need a collab between Pokemon and Big Buck Hunter. So, you know what I mean?
I think they did, and it's called Pokemon Snap. You don't shoot guns, you take pictures.
Yeah, but instead of
Oh, what kind of California fucking bullshit is that?
dumb. That's dumb. No, we should be able to shoot an elk like out on Main Street. You know,
A Pikachu.
either or.
You need a tag for a Pikachu, though.
You should be able to choose. You know, you choose your game mode. You can either go Pokemon game mode, Big Buck Hunter game mode. Either way, it's the same type of AI shit. They could even sell like the Bluetooth fucking gun, or I don't know what's a weapon in Pokemon that's not a Pokemon.
The ball. You can throw your ball. Right? That would hurt.
I'm imagining in the future. So, okay. If you think back to like Daniel Boone or,
Davy Crockett.
who's the
Stephen F. Austin.
who's the guy that lived in the woods?
Jeremiah Johnson.
Jeremiah Johnson. Think back to
guy.
Jeremiah Johnson's days. Dude, those guys were hunting like to survive, right? Like those guys are way more hardcore
You
than
think this is going to be a way to get money?
and so
Oh, wait. I thought they were just making Hollywood movies.
No, you have to go out and kill a certain amount of AI animatronic fucking prey, and you earn points because they take clips of it and sell it
And make hats
market
out of
on
it.
it.
Not where I'm going. You ready?
No,
So
that's where you're going.
way back in the day, you've got guys that are like serious badass hunters, right? And now people are like, no, son, this is our culture and this is what we're doing. And I'm not making fun of them because I'm one of those, like, I get you. But they're like, this is our culture, so we're going to try to keep it alive and we're going to keep hunting. And it's like, motherfucker, you're sleeping in an RV. Like, you're playing on your phone while you're waiting for the whitetail to walk up. You've got an automated fucking deer feeder. You know what I mean? This is a little bit different. I'm imagining 20, 30 years from now trying to teach our children, like, this is what we did when we were kids, right? And you go out and you fucking big buck hunter Pokemon in the street.
Yeah. You do something digital, animatronic. You're killing animatronic shit or capturing or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Dude, so
Taking pictures of them.
You,
know?
uh,
Yeah, you're taking pictures of them.
you said something that reminded me of another thing. So you were talking about like you're one of those people, like the oh, this is our heritage or like our culture, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So
It's culture of violence for sure.
I had an Uber driver that
That's happy.
drove me from the airport back up to home. And he was doing this thing where he was going and staying in all 50 states for like a month at a time, right? And he was
That's
like,
cool.
he was like a couple years into it already. Like he'd already been in like 35, 40 states.
Well,
Like
if you establish residence in each one of those states, you can get, I think COVID checks like every single state.
You can pay
Oh,
taxes in every single state.
50 times you can get COVID checks for free.
But he was like
I
saying,
think they're cracking down on that right now.
he was like, I've been living in San Antonio for a little while. I'm about to move up to Nebraska. And I was like, all right, that's a weird one. Like, what's up with that? And if
I was going to do it, I would like make some sense of it though. You kind of like do the lawnmower thing where you go across the United States and then back around and then up and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Like you don't want to just like go random points. That's crazy.
Dude, there's like 50 states. And if you stay a month in each one, I mean, it's impossible to do that kind of math, but it sounds like it would take a really long time.
California's probably expensive to stay in too.
yeah. But anyway, so this guy was like, you know, we get to bullshitting or whatever. And I was like, all right, so what, you know, his whole thing is like, I want to learn about, you know, the culture and shit in each state. And he was also like a big foodie type dude, right?
So what do you learn in fucking San Antonio?
So, well, he was trying to do like a food thing, right? So
Was he fat?
no, actually super skinny. But anyway,
Good
They're
metabolism.
surprisingly
point.
the best eaters.
so we get talking and he's like, I was like, yeah, man, you know, this thing, that thing. And then I mentioned going camping, right? And he's like, dude, I've actually never gone camping before.
What?
And I was like, you've lived in like 40 fucking states and you've never gone camping? How? How the fuck is that a thing?
I can't
And-
even visit places without camping sometimes.
All right, kids. Tonight we're camping in the car in a Walmart parking lot.
Yeah.
We're 300 miles from home.
It's too hot in the car. I'm going to sleep on the sidewalk. You
Yeah.
guys are okay. I'm going to lock the
Welcome
doors.
to the El Paso Walmart parking lot. You know, we're here.
Yeah. So I was like, how the fuck does this happen? And we got on the topic of, I was like, yeah, I used to go like camping all the time, go fishing, like, you know, that kind of thing. And he was like, I just wasn't around people that like did camping or fishing or like that kind of shit. Like he was like, I've gone fishing once or twice.
Feral people.
Yeah. He's like, I've gone fishing once or twice with like, you know, a group of friends, but like I've never been camping and I haven't really invested in going fishing for real.
Like,
Like,
you can't fish in the city park.
yeah. So then we got on this whole thing about like how it was just not something that he was brought up with, right? Because he was from like fucking New Jersey or something crazy. You know, where weird people are from.
Fucking loser.
But we got on that whole topic of like, it's just not something he ever fucking grew up with. And,
Are you from New Jersey?
Close enough.
Yeah, same thing.
but, like you were talking about, it's one of those things where like, that was just something that like I thought was completely fucking normal. So like this guy that had been at like all over the United States was like, I've never gone camping before. I was like,
What did you really learn?
yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
So, yeah.
Like, there's some life experiences missing there for having a lot of life experience, I feel like.
So I got a question. Where's the strangest place y'all have slept?
A Walmart parking lot?
Yeah, parking lot. Definitely woke up in a parking lot. Not like in a car.
Dude, this
Like in a parking spot laying down.
this is gonna be a little bit weird, but in my own living room. And I'll tell you why this is weird. Because I was asleep face down on the ground in my own living room. And my own bed is like right over there. And my own couch is like right over there. But I was asleep on the floor in my living room.
I woke up on the bar in your kitchen one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I woke up in
On top of a bunch of pizzas.
I'm gonna get hell for this, but I woke up in your closet one time.
I did that
You
too.
got to come out of the closet.
Did you pee in it before you went to sleep in it?
No,
was
but I
the
think
only-
somebody else did.
And that was me. That was me before I ended up on the counter.
Closets tend to get peed in sometimes. There's so much like bathrooms, you know what I mean?
Especially when there's not like flooring in there, you
Yeah.
know? Like it's just the slab.
I think what happens is your inner dog comes out. You know how dogs are like attracted to like soft things and they want to pee on them when they're puppies? I think sometimes when you gotta pee, you like find a closet and you're like, there's clothing in here. I'm gonna pee
Sometimes
on
the closet, you open a door and it's like a bathroom.
it. Exactly. It's a,
Yeah, dude. Sometimes, like, when puppies are really fucking drunk,
exactly.
you know, they pee in the closet.
Yes.
It's just
Yeah.
like that.
Yes.
It's been known to happen.
Have we ever talked about that night on the show before?
Which
I
one?
don't know which one. They all run together, dude. Honestly,
night where we
if we
were-
get into this, it's going to be like an hour of us telling the night, which included most of my twins.
It was like,
Oh, that was that night?
I was talking about the night that we were tearing out the floors in your house, your current house.
yeah, that's the night I woke up on the bar.
Yeah. And the
On
night I
top of
woke
the
up in the
pizza.
closet. And
That
I
was
think
peed in.
several other people had like slept, you know.
I had slept in the closet for a little while, but it was cold and wet in there because I peed in there. So I moved to the bar on top of the warm pizza boxes.
And peed on
They
them.
were still warm a little bit,
Yeah.
No, but the best thing
and then peed on the pizzas.
the best thing about that whole thing is everybody
To make 'em
passed
warm
out
again.
in like the
We ate
most
them for breakfast.
the most fucked up spot, right? Like on the counter on top of the pizzas, in the closet, like there's like a little, you know, bench seat in your kitchen kind of thing that somebody slept on.
Dude, there was a pile of wood flooring in the garage and somebody slept on that.
Yeah. So, and then I was moving at the same time and we all go out to my truck the next day and I had a full ass fucking couch in the bed of my truck.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, "Wait, what? There's a couch. It's right there."
So to be clear, at the time there was nothing inside of the house. There was nothing. We just bought the house.
We ripped out
and
all
we
the
ripped
floors.
out the floors.
That's what we were doing.
Like carpet, fucking
laminate,
yeah, everything.
all of it. Wood flooring.
Oh, so that's why you need all the whiskey so you can
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
shit off the floor.
It takes a few bottles of whiskey for that many dudes to hurt themselves on that stupid ass machine, whatever it was.
Dude, and that was a fucking spectacle in and of itself. Watching a bunch of drunk dudes try and operate a fucking floor
Scraper machine.
remover.
A floor remover. No, so it was
It's
like,
like-
a
it's like
it's
a
like a
lawnmower.
buffer. You know
It's like a lawnmower without wheels on it, so the blade just scrapes the fucking ground.
Okay, so
dude.
for the listeners, you're imagine like in the hospital or in like a really nice office building where they've got tile or whatever or granite floors or something crazy elaborate, and they've got that buffer machine that's got a handle and then it goes down to a little wheel that spins.
Oh, it's got a real nice jacket.
And they, they're like shining the floor. It was that machine. But what we were doing
It was
is
a Bruce fan
we had
brand,
we
right?
had peeled up the floor and underneath it, someone had laid down that mastic
and
tile.
the glue.
Yeah. And so we had to peel up the vinyl flooring and then we were trying to scrape the glue off of the concrete so that we could do stained concrete. So they had this fucking wheel, but instead of like a nice buffer soft pad,
It was like
it was a
lawnmower blades.
wooden board with like blades sticking out of it.
Yikes.
And dude, that thing could get away from you. Like
Yeah.
you gotta
Before you know it, you're fucking spinning.
you like brace your feet and fucking, all right, guys, I'm going to do this. Stand back. And then you pull the trigger and it starts spinning. And if you're not holding on to it, then it just fucking throws you.
Yeah,
Dude,
it'll
and that's
spin
no
you.
shit. So-
it'll spin you.
Yeah, so like a couple of people in here like got their, you know, turn at it. And we were taking turns, right? As you do.
Yeah, you try to ride it. It's like bull riding.
And we got through like the first few people, and then I think like I went and got pretty fucked up by it. And then one of our homeboys that's like, you know, wiry, like 125 pounds soaking wet. He got on that thing and he was filming the whole thing with a GoPro, and I'm pretty sure that thing whipped him the next week, dude. It was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it would put you in the wall.
Yeah.
It'd put you in the wall for sure.
Yeah.
I like my memory of it obviously is pretty blurry, but what I remember is like it's spinning
3,
and him
4
holding onto
bars.
the handles and his feet are parallel with it and he's just fucking spinning around the kitchen. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's pretty close how it went down.
Yeah.
20s were fun, dude. My 20s were a lot of fun, you know?
Don't lie, that was in your 30s.
Everybody else
It was like 10 years ago.
No, I was in my 20s. What's up? I mean, fucking barely.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucked up places you fell asleep. I've slept in the woods on the ground before.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't that crazy.
In the rain.
Not in the rain.
On top of a tent that could have protected you from the rain.
Now, one time in high school,
I didn't have a tent. Fuck you.
we were throwing a party back in the woods, and dude, it's so dumb. We're like we drove down a dirt road until it dead ended, and then we were like, right here's a good spot. Well, that's stupid because when the cops pull up behind your cars on the dirt road,
There's nowhere to go.
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
And so we all split into the woods, right?
Yeah.
And
Sleep in a tree.
and so the cop, he's walking around in the fucking dark with his flashlight, and he's getting all the motherfuckers, right? And I was like behind a pile of brush and like huddled down inside of it. He walked right past me. It was like something from Call of Duty when they fucking motherfuckers walk right past you.
I bet you
Don't
shit
breathe.
your pants, dude.
Don't breathe.
And he walked right past, like watched him fucking shine the light right at me and keep going, never saw me. And then slowly, like they're like over here now and they're talking to each other, and I'm like, I'm fucking sneaking out of here. So then I start hiking my ass back towards the direction of like a place that's familiar. But I'm hiking through just woods. It's just woods. And then you're also trying not to get busted because you know the cops are driving around, right? And yeah, I think I was hiking for like an hour and a half, and then I stopped and was like, I'm stuck. I'm just stuck out here. My phone was dead. So I was just fucked, you know? And I lay down under a tree and I tried to go to sleep. I think I might have slept for like an hour, but I'm literally sleeping on the ground in the woods. And then woke back up and was like, I don't know what time it is, but I'm getting the fuck out of here. And I kept going. Eventually I made it to a parking lot, at the old Randall's in Lakeway. They still had a payphone. And so, yeah, pumped some quarters into that bitch, call my cousin. Okay, come pick me up.
I have a similar story. Well, I was like a freshman in high school and went camping out in Georgetown
Yeah, I think it was a sophomore.
with a friend of mine that had moved to Georgetown and some of his friends. But anyways, our day of camping, kind of like you, we pulled off the side of the road and hopped a fence and walked a little bit into the woods and set up camp.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we're partying and doing things that, you know,
You do when you're camping?
yeah, and a freshman in high school in particular, you know, and, we hear a radio, you know, police radio. Yeah, that. And it was like, oh shit, bail. And like everybody just bailed camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we all went all different directions.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was in ninth grade, we didn't have cell phones.
Right.
They weren't really a thing yet, you know?
It's because you're old.
Yeah.
Like hella old.
Yeah. Like maybe one or two of the really rich kids maybe had them. You know what I mean? Like not.
Maybe 5 years later they did.
Like the younger kids, like 5 or 6 years
we
later.
We didn't have cell phones. And we bailed, and kind of same thing. Like the cops were walking around, whatever. I hid. I avoided them. And like, I'm talking like 2.5 hours of like wandering around in the woods or whatever. I came to the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I got on the road and I was like, I'm just going to walk this road, you know? And if a car comes by, I'm going to stick my thumb out and hope somebody gives me a ride, dude.
Here comes the cops.
No, so check this out. I stick my thumb out and I'm walking down this fucking road. A car pulls up full of high school chicks that are on their way to a party. Not even shitting you.
And you were like, nah, I'm trying to get home and go to sleep.
No, I was like,
Like, I'm camping with my friends in the woods.
I was like,
need to get back to the woods.
I kind of just gave him the rundown. I was like, we were partying in the woods and we got busted and now I'm walking here. I need a ride to my friend's house or a phone or something, you know? And they're like, well, we're going to a party and let's go. And they took me to a fucking party and we get to the party and it was literally 3 chicks in the car and me. And I get out of the car and like all the dudes there are mad that there's a dude with them. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And so like all of a sudden like 19 drunk high school Georgetown dudes wanted to fight me, bro. And I don't know.
So I beat them all up and fucked all the chicks.
No,
Hell yeah.
bro, it didn't come to blows. They pushed me up against the wall. It was clear that I was going to lose that one. But I talked my way out of it and ended up partying with them for like a couple hours. And then like one of them took me to my friend's house at like 4 a.m. and dropped me off my friend's house. But my friend wasn't there because he was still lost in the woods from running from the cops. And so I didn't know what to do.
You had a way cooler night than he did.
I wasn't going to like knock on the fucking door and tell his parents like, I don't know why I'm out here, but I need to be in there. Bro, but it was also cold, you know? And so I climbed into the back of their Suburban and went to sleep.
Oh, nice.
And they fucking found me in the back of the Suburban and were like, what the fuck? And yeah, I got in trouble.
You were like, but I wasn't even.
But I don't know where your son is.
There weren't enough beds.
I'm right here. I made it home. I don't know.
Like, what are you doing here? And you're like, no.
He's upstairs in bed. I was sleepwalking or something. Dude, it was bad.
He got arrested.
He wasn't even home. He didn't get arrested. They went back to camp. They found their way back to camp after the cops left, and I guess the cops left him alone for the rest of the night, and everything was cool.
So this is on the upper end of weirdness. I don't know if it's the weirdest, but it was an honorable mention just because Chris was there, and I know he was a part of it. But we were leaving Vegas, and we got kicked out of our hotel at like 11, and our flight wasn't until like 5. And so we went to the airport and we're like, hey, can we catch an earlier flight? And they're like, nah. No. And they're like, you can't even check your bags. It's too early. And so me and Chris grabbed our bags and went, and there was like this little fucking, we're on like the second floor, and there's like a railing right here that looks down onto the first floor, and there's an ATM. Well, I crawled behind the ATM, put my bag down, used it as a pillow.
Right next to the homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And slept behind the ATM.
We definitely slept hungover and fucking probably drunk in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But like not in the airport. Like not where the gates are.
I have a gajillion stories.
A bathroom. I slept in a bathroom before.
Yeah.
I think I've slept in a bathroom before.
I definitely have slept in a bathroom.
Mine wasn't even, this isn't even a drunk story.
Oh, mine is.
Yeah, we were camping again. See, it's our culture. It's a part of our culture.
It was fucking cold.
And it was fucking cold. And the bathroom,
it was walls.
It was a cinder block building, and it had one of those timer things that you turn on, and it was a heater. And it was like, well, we were in Abilene. And it was like, we're going to fucking, every 30 minutes, we're going to wake up and turn this heater back on and go back to sleep. Yeah.
Damn.
So during Snowpocalypse, I slept in my living room as well, but I pitched a tent in my house.
Wait,
for warmth.
Hold on.
And shelter.
You're going to have to be more specific.
It was a little tent.
Yeah. Just a little guy or you moved the couches and shit.
Just a one-man tent.
And why did you pitch the tent and not just build a fucking pillow for it?
Well, you see, I was drunk.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought we were talking about not drunk stories.
No, definitely still on drunk stories. No, I actually did pitch a tent in my living room, not in my pants, but like actually like poles.
In my living room.
Yeah.
You got a pole?
Yeah. And dude, I will say, sleeping in a tent in my living room, like there was no electricity in the house. There was no fucking heat. There was no anything.
Yeah.
But I curled up in there with my couple of dogs and a bottle of whiskey. I was warm. It's fine.
It was a good time.
Yeah. Fucking sleeping bag.
Don't knock it till you try it.
You finally get to use the deep freeze sleeping bag that I bought and will never fucking use because it's fucking hot in Texas.
Yeah.
I'd actually like to go camping right now.
Dude, it is not a bad time of year.
It is camping weather right now.
There's not enough like storms going on. You know, like when you're camping, you really need like a thunderstorm and a tornado to come through.
Shit. Fuck that.
At least that's how I was raised.
That's how it's gone. Like most of the times I've gone camping, but
I sleep really well when there's a lot of rain. I'm just saying.
and whiskey.
And you don't have a tent.
Yeah. Well, that just adds to it.
My remark earlier, Gator, wasn't even about you. We have another friend, mutual friend of the show, that I took camping one time, and it was going to rain, and everybody set up tents, and he had a tent, but instead of setting up a tent, he slept on top of he just laid it out, but never put it up, you know? He just slept on top of it.
Yeah, dude, it's just like a barrier between you.
Wait.
And got rained on.
I know the best camping and weird places that you've slept story combined collectively for the four of us on the show.
What's that?
Chris slept in a river. In a tent.
Yeah.
We got a flash flood during camping?
Yeah, I slept close to the water. And it was wet down there.
And then the water was over there, but then the water was over here, you know?
Yeah, Chris pitched his tent and then went to sleep and then woke up, and I think it was like 6 inches of water inside the tent.
Yeah, it was wet.
It was wet.
And cold as fuck, boy. It was wet and cold.
How long did you try to sleep in the water before you were like, fuck this?
Where else was I going to go? My tent was right there, dude. I didn't want to sleep out of the tent.
The best part about this is it was like a pup tent. Like he could have dragged it.
Nah, it's the old school, the fucking triangle motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And it's like the little
pup
one man triangle motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like you pretty easily could have dragged that like 100 feet, I think.
Not when you're asleep.
All right, let's take a shot.
All right.
Tink,
All
tink.
right.
Tink. Tinker.
Oh, not, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. Jim Beam is the crunchiest whiskey brand.
My man.
Yeah, we'll get there.
yeah, get there.
All right, so we've been telling memberberry stories. It's time to pick it up.
No, reel it in.
Reel it in. Is that what we do?
Let's talk about drugs.
You got a bait caster or a spin caster?
Can
I'm down with drugs.
we talk about drugs now?
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite drug story right now, that's just like on
It's also my favorite fighter story.
yeah, true. But Mike Tyson and Holyfield are releasing edible gummies that are in the shape of an ear.
And they're calling them holy ears. And they get you stoned as fuck.
Dude, this is marketing at its finest, right? Like, this is great. So,
It's because my boy's wicked smart. No,
Could you imagine?
Nope.
No, seriously, like 25 years ago, could you imagine this is what's going to happen now?
Yeah.
if someone was like,
Yeah,
hey,
about 25 years ago, that movie
I remember my
came
fourth
out.
grade teacher talking about Mike Tyson biting Evander Holyfield's ear, and it was like a big deal.
I remember watching
so much we
it
talked
on,
about it in school.
I remember watching it on pay-per-view with
It's
a bunch of
important.
drunk old men in my house.
that's like some Mr. Garrison level fucking, all right, kids, everyone shut the fuck up. We're going to talk about Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield real quick.
Yeah, and why you don't do that to people. And it's like, what? That's serious.
And can you imagine, like, Evander Holyfield holding his ear and, like, the ref is freaking out. Oh, my God. And they're, like, arresting Mike Tyson and shit. And someone's like, later they're going to be business partners.
Yeah, and they're going to be selling dope.
You'd be like, what?
And they're going to sell drugs.
Later, they're going to sell. Well, I mean, you might have believed that, but you probably wouldn't have believed that it would be like on the up and up.
What if they were selling drugs back then? And that's what it was all
No,
about.
they were using drugs back then.
Yeah.
And I also imagine Mike Tyson going to Evander Holyfield now and being like, hey, I've got this idea. I want to work with you. Are we cool? And Evander Holyfield's like, no, you bit my ear off. And then he's like, but look, we can make a lot of money. Let me pitch it. Here it is. Holy ears.
Look, man, that was.
And
way-
Evander Holyfield went, damn, dude. All right, let's make a shitload of money together.
Tyson was like, look, man, that was way before I took ayahuasca tea and started smoking weed every day. But now that I'm doing that, I'm like almost not crazy. You
Nah.
know, we could be cool and just make a lot of money, you know?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing.
That was before the ayahuasca and my face tattoo, all right?
I think he might have got the face tattoo before the ayahuasca.
I think so, too. He went tribal.
All right. Well, that was before my tribal tattoo and ayahuasca trips.
Yeah, he's a changed man. That's why he hasn't been canceled yet. Or again.
Again.
He got canceled, like, for real, though.
No, he got like arrested. He went to prison.
He got arrested, canceled.
Yeah, he got put
Oh, the liberal media fucking canceled. He's like,
like super canceled.
oh, and high voice, right? Super high T. I went to jail.
What was that dude that stole
Wait,
all
so-
the money from people that got locked up in his apartment? Whatever.
I have no idea.
Bernie Mayfield.
What?
Madoff?
Madoff. Bernie
Madoff?
Madoff. Yeah, and that's it. You're right. See, I was half right.
He got locked in his apartment?
Yeah, because it was like rich people jail.
Wait, so Tyson,
I see.
Tyson did the original get canceled way before, what's his name? Was drugging chicks and
Yeah, Cosby?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was about the same time. It's just Cosby got in trouble for it way later.
Oh, yeah, they were doing the shit at the same time.
Dyson got that shit out of the way. He was like, nope.
I'm just gonna
was
go ahead and go
doing
to
it.
jail now.
Got caught. We'll get this over with. And then he made a comeback. He actually was still fighting when he got out of prison.
He's probably fighting
He's
him.
probably better.
I think he's still fighting as of like 2 years ago. Didn't he fight the other old guy and it was real sad?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I bet if somebody tried to fight him,
Geriatrically.
he'd fight him back, too. Now.
Roy Jones Jr., dude, he should have beat the fucking shit out of him. He could have, too. He could have.
Oh, yeah. Was that when Mike Tyson was like pulling his punches?
Yeah.
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 Mike Tyson was like, oh, we're pretending. I'll pretend with you.
Mhm.
And Roy Jones Jr. was like, no, I was really fighting. And Mike Tyson was like, well, then I would kill you. Like, you would be dead.
Kind of like Silva did to Jake Paul and then backed down and got
Knock the fuck out.
knocked the fuck out.
You mean when he... Yeah.
Literally punked him for, yeah, that.
Did we talk about that on the show?
I don't know.
I don't.
It was too sad. We could, that, this is what I'm saying. Life is all about like saving up the good memories.
Dude.
And all the bad shit you just compartmentalize away. Like we haven't been thinking about that because it
Because I don't
sucks.
want to.
Because it sucks.
Dude, Anderson Silva backed Jake Paul into a corner without throwing punches. Like, he put his hands down and walked forward, pushed Jake Paul all the way into the corner, so much so that they went into the clinch, and he couldn't get hit. You see what I'm saying?
But Jake Paul
He
won
was-
the fight, right?
He was so much better, so outclassed him that he was like, dude, I can beat you at boxing without boxing.
Mhm.
Did he, though? Because Jake Paul won the fight.
Right, because Anderson Silva put his hand down so that Jake Paul could punch him one time, and then he didn't get knocked out. He just was like, oh, I'll touch the ground with my knee real quick. And then that way he gets the points and wins. Anyway, yeah, it's fucked up.
I think we got some bitter folks here.
It's tinfoil hat
It's
shit.
fucked up.
They're not happy about Jake Paul. Why not?
Hey, but since we are here, this past weekend, fucking phenomenal card. Great fights this past weekend.
Yeah, it was good.
We have a new champion.
Oh, yeah. That was fucking wild, man. I did not see that coming at all.
Oh,
I did
did.
not see that
I
coming.
did.
Blake, tell him I called it.
I called it too. I texted you and called it.
Yeah,
before.
but so Perea didn't win that fight. How about this? If that was a schoolyard fight, then Perea
He won the fight.
wasn't like they
he
would have broken it up.
finished it. He did what he had to do. He was fighting the champion. He finished the fucking fight.
He
Yeah,
did.
he
was-
won the fight.
Yeah, but he was knocked out. He was knocked out a couple of times.
It goes
No,
back
it
and
wasn't.
forth. These are how fights go, Blake.
He wasn't knocked out. If he was knocked out, they would have ended the fight.
Okay.
Told Israel he won.
Fight of the night was the Chandler fight. Both of them beat the shit out of each other multiple times throughout the fight before somebody finally won it. You thought it was over. I promise at least 4 times you thought that fight was over. And then somebody won it. The same thing happened in the championship bout. It went back and forth and then motherfucker won it. And let's be real. He was the more confident fighter from start to finish. Guarantee it.
No. I disagree with that. He was the more confident fighter walking in and walking out. I'll give you that. He wasn't the more confident fighter at the end of round 2 or whatever it was when he was knocked out and the bell rang.
He lost one.
Like, he was knocked smooth the fuck out and the bell saved his ass. That was like a definition saved by the bell.
I think it goes to the judges. He still won the fight. And if he didn't win the fight, it's because you have to beat the champion, which he did, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He's the champ. I'll give him that. He won. He won.
He won the fucking fight.
But he also got knocked out in the second round and the bell rang and he didn't know
Bro.
which way his corner was.
Did you not watch the Chandler fight? Because the
There's
same
no
thing
corner,
happened
it's
in
an
that fight.
octagon.
They both got knocked out multiple times in that fight before somebody won.
They didn't get knocked out though. They got like phased. If they got knocked out, it's like you're on
just
the
because
ground.
you can
like,
get back to your feet and fucking try to stand up doesn't mean you're not knocked out.
It's not
Dude,
a.
and
And then we can
knockout,
talk about Michael Chandler blowing his nose in fucking Poirier's face.
Yeah.
Dude. And at the end of that round, they're like, the bell goes off or whatever, and Chandler's kind of like standing up, and Poirier puts his he kind of like pushes him off, like, get the fuck off of me. And then the camera's showing Poirier laying on his back, and he pushes him off, and he's like, man, and you can't hear it, right? Because he's not mic'd up.
But you can see his lips.
But you can see exactly what he says, and he goes, man, you're a nasty motherfucker. And then later in the fight, he's got Chandler on his back, and Chandler's putting his fingers in Poirier's mouth and, like, pulling up on his teeth.
Yeah.
And, dude, why wouldn't you just bite the fuck out of his fingers, like,
That's
as
fake
hard
news,
as you
dude.
can
He
bite?
wasn't doing that.
I don't know.
He wasn't.
He
doing
was
that.
doing
He might have been doing that.
It looked like it, but he wasn't. It's like a face mask in the NFL.
Dude,
Fake
they were
news.
playing dirty. Both of them were playing to win. Period. Both of them fought their asses off. Both of them got.
It was a good fight.
Both of them got rocked at different times. You thought that fight was going to be over multiple times before it ended. That was fight of the night. It was fight of the night.
But he also blew his nose. He blew like a
Snot rocket?
Hematoma.
Yeah, but he blew a chunk, like a wad of blood out of his nose and into Poirier's face.
Not supposed to blow your nose, dude.
That was
He did.
That was two top tier fighters, evenly matched, and they went fucking ham on each other.
I think they fight again. Poirier wins again.
Did you know that Nate Diaz got in a fight at a hospital one time after a fight? I can't remember the dude.
I mean, I believe it.
I
It
can't
is
remember-
Nate Diaz.
Bro, this story was wild. I watched this the other day. So Nate Diaz fought this dude, and the dude beat him, and then they both went to the hospital. And then dude like had to go give a urine sample or whatever, so he walked to the bathroom, and he had to walk past Diaz's room, and Diaz was like talking shit. And then Diaz came up behind him and clocked him, and they got into a full-on fight, and he was beating, I think, Nick, and then Nate walked up on the whole situation, and then the Diaz brothers jumped this dude in the fucking hospital, dude, after they were both completely fucked up. Like, this dude, both his hands were broken. Fucking Diaz's face was completely destroyed. And then they fucking went at it again.
Yeah, that'll tracks.
In the fucking
That makes
hospital.
sense.
So bad that people bailed from like the floor of which the fighting was happening, and they set the fucking alarms off and shit. And like cops came, and it was all crazy.
When fighters go into the ring, do they call the like closest emergency room / hospital and just be like, hey,
They have ambulances on standby. They take people.
yeah, but an
after
ambulance doesn't
every
get
fight.
you a room.
Well, yeah, I'm sure, they're famous too, so they probably get a special room or something.
Yeah, they're prepared.
Yeah.
They're prepared for somebody getting
They call.
fucked up.
I would like to make reservations for one.
After every card, people are going to the hospital every single time.
Isn't that wild though? Just, it's kind of a tangent, but thinking about the whole hospital thing, like they treat anybody. It doesn't matter your condition or how you got there. They're going to treat you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Cause they'd be like, oh, this guy's bad. He did bad stuff, but we're going to help him. We're going to save his life.
What is the doctor code?
Yeah, it's doctor code. I don't know what it is, but it's like, doesn't matter what, but
You saved their life.
yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it. There's a thing. Y'all don't remember. Neither do I.
No.
No,
Clearly, you got it. What's up?
no, I know it's like a thing. Like they actually like focus on.
Well, I mean, that's
being
how
nice or something.
I know that's how a lot of criminals get away is they get like handcuffed to the hospital bed and then they just like bounce.
Dude, have you seen Breaking Bad?
I've seen like all of shows with criminals like that's how they escape.
So hold on. Timeout.
Okay.
I want to roll this back because we were talking about holy years, right? And then we went into
Hippocratic Oath. That's what
Yeah.
it's called.
Yeah.
It's pretty hypocritical,
I
actually.
know exactly what you're talking about.
All right. Cool. I just had to.
You know that most doctors won't go to a doctor?
Can you blame them?
No.
So I'm rolling it back.
Does that
Holy
mean I'm a
years.
doctor?
We were talking about holy years, right?
What about witch doctors?
So more
They
recently,
definitely don't go to doctors.
Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah.
recently a study came out about if you're a cigarette smoker and you also smoke marijuana,
Mhm.
it might be worse for you than if you only smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. Also tracks, right? Dude.
Sure.
Marijuana has a lot of tar in it.
So you should quit one or the other. You should probably quit, smoking weed.
What's the motive behind this fucking study, right? Like, that's like being like, look, if you smoke cigarettes and you eat tacos, it might be worse for you than if you just
Didn't eat tacos, right?
smoked cigarettes and didn't eat tacos. You know what I mean? Like, what?
And
What
clearly,
does that even mean? Like, what the fuck are you saying?
and clearly tacos are good for your health. So that doesn't even make sense. Like, especially when you're using like lean beef or turkey.
Like
turkey tacos.
the only way that, so like, what, I guess what they're saying is smoking weed does not offset with it's so beneficial to your health that it doesn't offset fucking cigarettes.
Well,
really?
look, here's the trap, right? Smoking cigarettes causes cancer. Cancer patients get prescribed weed because it helps with nausea and different things, whatever.
It cures cancer.
It cures cancer, right?
Supposedly.
And this is
This is science. So, I
this
mean,
is-
we know this.
This is the trap that people get
We noticed.
they get lost in.
So like, I'm going to preemptively smoke marijuana while I smoke
But
cigarettes to heal
what
my
was
cancer.
curious-
offset the cigarettes.
What was
Yeah.
curious to me is the way
This is
that
basic
this
science.
story was written was such that like if you smoke cigarettes, you just like shouldn't smoke weed. It didn't go like, hey, maybe you shouldn't smoke fucking cigarettes.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They're like, look, if you
That's not the direction they were going.
if you smoke cigarettes and you work out, you lift weights, right?
Mhm.
Then not only could you get cancer, but you could also like blow a hammy, you know?
No,
And
I
that-
know nothing about it.
So that's not good. Like, I mean, you need to quit one or the other.
So they looked at the scientific method and they were like, all right, hypothesis, like coming up with all the steps. And they were like, you know what? Fuck a control group. Fuck just people smoking marijuana and people who don't smoke anything. Let's just go for fucking full send, bro.
Smokers.
People who are doing both.
And vaping.
Yeah.
And hitting that ice pipe.
I was part of the Tuskegee experiments.
Tuskegee?
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Was that in
You
Mississippi
say
or
it.
something?
They were like, you know what? Let's fucking send it. Let's get this people that we got fucking hired on, that we were paying money for this study.
See, here's the way I think this went down is they got a whole test group of people that smoke cigarettes and they were like, all right, we're testing how many of them get cancer. And then at some point someone asked, do you smoke weed? And like 80% of them were like, well, yeah. And they were like, fuck. So this has fucked up all of our like test group, right? Our control group.
Dude.
Look, it's worse.
So then they were like, all right, look, of the people that smoke cigarettes and weed, like most of them got cancer. And it's like, well, yeah, but that's because they
all
smoke
smoke
cigarettes.
cigarettes. No shit. Fucking genius.
What if it's the weed though? What if that gives you cancer?
Weed cures cancer. We already talked about this.
Dude, it's what it is like
the science is undeniable. Don't be a science denier right now, okay?
What it is propaganda for Republicans that are saying, "Hey, don't get too mad at us for not legalizing weed right now, voters."
Ah, you think it's political?
Oh yeah.
I mean, everything's political.
What if you own like Philip Morris stock or something? You want that to go up and keep paying dividends?
They're the investors. That's the Republican side.
Well, see,
and all they got to say is "nuh-uh."
And if we're putting our tinfoil hats on, I don't really know if Philip Morris wants weed to be legalized. So they're
oh yeah, they do. They're already heavily invested in that market. They're ready. They're ready. They're going to make a gajillion fucking dollars, and they're ready. They've been buying up fucking companies.
They got growers fucking everywhere, bro.
And dude, they've already got the cigarette like shape made and stuff with the filters.
And they've already bought up like 2/3 of the Canadian market.
And they're like, we're already selling them cigarettes.
Dude,
they're not going to quit smoking cigarettes.
And they're already doing
We can
it
sell
in
them
other
weed
countries.
also.
Yeah.
And charge more.
All right. So talking about drugs, Colorado just had a vote on whether they were going to decriminalize certain plant-based hallucinogens, right?
Salvia!
Well, maybe. I don't know. I didn't read that deep into it. What I do know is that DMT and mushrooms were both on the docket, right?
Is DMT plant-based?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Run it through a bunch of chemicals, maybe.
No, it's absolutely plant-based. It's ayahuasca. It's the same thing. DMT is just extract.
Yeah, but I thought you drank ayahuasca.
You do.
DMT is extract from ayahuasca.
And you
can
smoke it.
You can make a tea out of it, or you could smoke it out of a light bulb.
Yeah.
What's crazy about ayahuasca, this is what trips me out, and I think what trips most people out, is that like,
ayahuasca.
no, seriously, there's
ayahuasca trips most people out, I think.
There's like 300 million different types of plant species or something on the Amazon, but people figured out how to mix these like two different plants together. One being the DMT part, and the other part being the part that like allows it to digest in your system. Because you can't just like eat DMT and expect yourself to like digest it and, you know, have an experience. You have to mix it with something that like will allow your system to break it down.
If there's a way to get fucked up,
they mix
people
these,
will figure it out, dude.
They figured it out, dude, and it's fucking wild, man. That's what's crazy. You know what I mean?
It's probably methyl, and
dude,
the reason I say
you know
that,
how many people died eating mushrooms until they found the ones that you can put in salad and the ones that you can trip on?
Dude, for real.
I'd imagine at some point people were like,
a lot of YouTube videos.
If you eat mushrooms, they make you trip balls. And people are like, oh yeah, cool. And they just started eating. They're like, my parents told me I can't eat these mushrooms because they're poisonous, but they're fucking assholes. So they just slam the mushrooms, right?
Or you're like starving.
And then they die because, you know, you can't eat most mushrooms.
Funny story. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, in any case, they decriminalized plant-based hallucinogens in all of Colorado.
And
olives, huh?
Yeah, olives too.
They have Russian olive trees. You ever seen those?
Hallucinogenic olives.
They had already done this in Denver, but now I think it's statewide.
Oh, because they have the airport in Denver. I bet they have all the hallucinogens like built into the
walls.
Yeah.
I wonder how many hippies are going to be just camping on the border of Colorado.
I bet there's a lot of nude beaches there.
That's funny.
So
do we?
Here's my question to you: if by some fucking chance you end up in Colorado somehow for some reason,
yeah, of course,
yeah,
no doubt about it. Like, why wouldn't you?
All of it, or just like I'm gonna take the ones that I feel comfortable with. Like, are you going full blown? Like, I'm gonna rip this bowl of DMT and then eat an eighth of shrooms, or are you like, nah, maybe I'll buy the legal weed and then I'll fucking
never half-ass two things. Like, do one thing whole-assed.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I would try to treat something like that the same as I would if I was going to like South America and doing something wild like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because it's the same thing. You're just in a different place doing it, and there's different, laws around it.
All right.
Except in South America, it's like some kind of fucking shaman with a frog or something, and you got to drink, and then you throw up, and then you look at the moon. And in Colorado, it's like, bro, we're gonna smoke DMT, eat a bunch of mushrooms, and then go watch Pink Floyd projected onto a rock wall or something.
And I'm still gonna take all of my clothes off
Like,
and laugh hysterically the whole entire time. Okay,
You're gonna trip in the hot tub in the back of the ski lodge. All right,
that's got to be okay in Colorado too, just like it is in South America because it's okay down there. Your shaman's naked.
Weed's already legal in Colorado, like statewide. It's good, right? So now it's decriminalized on DMT, mushrooms, and let's go ahead and say salvia. I don't know that for sure, but let's call it. that's just
It's
irresponsible.
a bold move, Chop.
But
aggressive
That's a fucking.
move.
We're
But-
talking different categories of drugs here, my friend.
which, if you're gonna whole ass one thing, which one are you trying?
Trying?
Well, experiencing. Which one are you experiencing? DMT,
I've never experienced
mushrooms,
DMT.
or salvia?
I'm not speaking for salvia or mushrooms. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I've never experienced DMT.
Probably got to figure out what DMT's all about, you know?
Because, I mean, it's going to make me super rich and famous
So-
like Joe Rogan, right?
DMT, two votes for DMT.
Yeah.
Gator.
Saliva.
Okay,
He likes salvia.
dude. I don't know. I think I'm going mushrooms.
Yeah. What's going to be cool is when it's legalized, you can go somewhere and they're like, we have like all the science behind the most badass mushrooms that have ever existed.
Yeah.
Well, and
Less that. I want more like...
Good trip.
they're going to be like, hey, this one's giggly. This one's like, I'm going to see the universe. And this one's like, I'm going to fucking...
Call the ambulance.
But they're also going to be like, it's minus 15 outside and there's 4 feet of snow everywhere. And you're like,
That was my point.
Nah.
Tripping
You know what I
in
mean?
snow is dangerous, dude.
yeah, you're like, oh.
I want the option...
So that's how people disappear in the wilderness.
I've
in
tripped
the
in the
snow
lake
and-
before, and that was
freeze.
dangerous. And tripping in the snow is equally as
Dude,
dangerous.
because if you can't swim and you trip in the lake, then
Or I mean, somebody I know did
that's
that.
bad, dude. You're going to hit your head or something.
I mean-
or,
No, I think you want the giggly mushrooms, and then you want to get put in a padded room full of ball pit balls where you're playing like Fall Guys or fucking, you know?
why video games, bro? You always go to the video games.
It's,
Why can't you just like be in the ball pit and be with the balls? And like, you know what I mean? You're like, no, we gotta play video games.
Dude, you can't
Yeah.
help it. Sometimes something works for you.
You're like,
you know?
let's give you like the most basic badass shit you can do, like be in a ball pit. And you're like, and video games.
and video games, yeah. Turn it up to 11, dude. You're going to whole ass it, right?
That's like a different level though. It's not even turning it up to
Dude,
11.
can you imagine laying in a ball pit and playing fucking Pokemon on a giant TV that's projected?
I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it one bit.
I equally appreciate the opposite thing with zero technology. Fuck all technology.
Yeah, just go like throw me in the snow with a parka and be like, don't freeze to death. And you're like, yeah,
And you're like, I'm going to, though.
this feels awesome.
No, seriously, there's plenty of things in nature. Like, I don't need electronic stimulation.
Well, no,
at
they're
all.
not going to let you have your phone, clearly, right? Like, you don't need that.
That's
Yeah, they took your
irresponsible.
license and all your money away too, right? Because, dude, let's be real. That shit's serious. That's not like smoking fucking
Honestly, all you have to
Colorado
do,
weed. It's like,
all you have to do is turn their phone on airplane mode and then be like, all right, here you go. Go ahead. Go trip. Because later you're going to be like, how do I turn my phone off of airplane mode? You're not, yeah.
Dude,
You're not
if
gonna
you're
figure that
if you're
out.
really tripping, you're not gonna you're gonna be like, phone, what the fuck is this thing?
yeah, you'll be like, oh, I want to listen to a song. And then you're going to be like, oh my God, that sounds horrible.
Fuck that. Throw it in the lake.
Or you're like, that's way too overwhelming to
Dude.
look at my phone right
Yeah,
now.
that's a good way for your phone to end up in the lake.
My phone's a demon.
Yep. Exactly. It's
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
evil, dude.
You're like, I had
Seriously.
sleep
I mean,
paralysis.
I'm imagining that's what it would feel like.
Gator gets it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I had sleep paralysis the other night and my phone came in the room.
Just go lay in the grass and look at the stars.
My
It's safe.
phone, the devil lives in my phone. I'm 100% certain.
Fuck yeah, dude.
As soon as I turn it on, if I try to take it off of airplane mode, the demons will get me. That's the only thing holding back the gates of hell is that I have not turned on my phone.
That me paying the fucking bill, but
It happens, you know?
no, dude, phones are scary, dude. There's so much power right there. So many things can manifest.
I wonder
through
why.
your phone.
Like, what? Why?
Why the phone?
No, I mean, like,
Dude.
why is there inherent bad feelings almost universal? I'm not going to say universally because I can't speak for everybody,
Sure you can.
but I can speak for, like, a lot of people, I guess, that I've seen maybe, or that, in legal states in Colorado just recently.
Keep qualifying it a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
I just need a little bit more.
People don't like to look at their phones when they're tripping. There's something ingrained in our brains. It's like, no, that's not good. That's not a good way to be.
Dude, if, so I've heard if you're really tripping, then you can't figure shit out to begin with. You look at it and you're like, what in the fuck is this nonsense in my hand? Fuck that.
What about like, okay, you got a ball pit. I threw out the ball pit idea with,
Ball pit's good, but
with
then
Fall
all,
Guys
but then
on the
all of your
screen?
quicksand, visions are realized in ball pit.
If you have quicksand,
You gotta be careful.
fears, you don't want to get caught in the quicksand.
What if Gumby shows up, dude?
Dude, fuck you.
That's
They're
what
like,
I'm
oh,
saying, dude.
he's having happy fun time. Let's put Gumby on there. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, it's because what's
Give
going
me
to happen?
my phone. I got to get out of here.
You're going to get on your phone, get on Instagram. There's going to be a Gumby reel. You're going to be like, fuck,
The
dude. That's why I
only number
didn't
in
need
your
to open my
contacts
phone.
list is for Gumby. Oh no.
No, it's 1,000 numbers and they all say Gumby.
All your
That's
contacts are Gumby,
Yeah.
dude. And you like call them, and it's like Gumby every single time.
I'm gonna kill you.
You're like, how are there this many Gumbies in my contact
And you can't
list?
kill me. It's impossible.
All right, so then you got to bail out of the ball pit room, right? And you're like, I need something else. This isn't working for me. There's Gumbies all up in there.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go somewhere safer. And they're like, here's a room full of golden retrievers.
Dude, hell yeah.
You know?
Oh, I'd love it.
Dude, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, right, bro. Dude,
You're like, all right, we're cool.
give me some
You'll
treats.
have some fire conversation, you know?
Dude, so I went to this place called Meow Wolf. It was in Denver. And they have a couple other ones. One's in like Vegas. One's in fucking Tucson or
So
something.
like Beowulf?
No.
Oh.
It's called Meow Wolf. And it's like a 5-story art installation that like they got like thousands of artists to come like build fucking models and shit. And basically they turned this entire fucking warehouse into like the one in Denver is like alien shit, right?
Mhm.
So there was weird shit where like, there was projectors. So like I'd be walking across the floor and it would be like a waterfall that was like projected onto the floor. But every time I stepped, it would like splash where I stepped.
Steps. Yeah.
And then there was shit
Acid.
like a mothership, you know?
Drugs.
So
without
people
drugs.
and this is in Denver again.
But with drugs.
A reminder.
But with
But
kind of,
also with drugs.
with kind of drugs.
So people are hella on drugs because it's Denver. So what was hilarious to me, right, is I'm stomping through this place, doing my own thing, and I'm stone cold sober, by the way. So I'm having fun, just like fucking
Not
around with all
anymore,
this
you're
shit.
not. You're up in here.
You got that mile high, dude.
And
Contact.
Yeah.
what
We've made contact.
what
You know
actually
for sure if you're surrounded by people doing drugs, you're doing drugs.
probably the hardest I laughed the whole time was like I went into a couple of these, like there's a bunch of hidden rooms and stuff like that, and I went into a couple of them.
You did
and
a bunch of drugs, just laughed hysterically.
It was visibly like I'm on drugs panic room. Like just chill, like lo-fi beats playing with like white padded walls, like a bench seat. It was like clear as day. Like, oh, I am tripping way too fucking hard right now. I need to chill the fuck out.
Sit here.
Yeah. Just hang out. And, like one of them was like that.
There's
and
like
then-
a clear fridge full of waters.
yeah.
Like
It's like a lobby almost.
Like a digital smoking porch.
So one of them was straight up like playing lo-fi beats in like a padded white room kind of thing. It was like from the outside, it was like a walk-in freezer, you know, like at a restaurant or whatever. And then you walk inside and it's just like,
Frozen.
It's really cold in there.
everything's chill.
Is there like
Super chill.
fog and stuff?
It's okay, bro.
Have you been to that like 5?
It's like Morgan Freeman talking.
Have you been
You're
to
going to be okay.
So another one that I went into, it was like, you know, the blue, like little 1-inch pool tiles.
Uh-huh.
It was like fucking probably like 30 feet on each wall of that. And then there was like benches and it kind of felt like you were underwater. So I could see where it could go wrong if you were tripping, but that's what the padded room is for, right? Like you go over there if this is too much, but it had like,
This room's freaking me out, man. There's too many chairs in this room.
but it was like the same thing. Like it was like those little blue 1-inch tiles like across the entire fucking room. And it's a giant room, right? And there's little bench seats and you sit down, you chill the fuck out for a second. And it's like all light, real fucking easy blue shit.
But see,
like
I've
that.
got to imagine. Okay, so there's rooms where you're like splashing through like digital water and stuff, and you're like, holy shit, this is blowing my mind. And then there's rooms that are like, hey, super chill, everything's okay.
Oh, and
There's got to be rooms
fucking chaos.
that are the other direction,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Where it's fucking Leatherface and fucking chainsaws.
So not quite that crazy, but there was so one of my favorite ones was a satanic washroom. So you're in like this laundry mat, right? And you're like, you can fuck around with some of the machines and they do crazy shit, right? And it's like, whatever. But there was one that you could like pull open and you can walk in and shut it behind you. And it's kind of like one of those panic rooms, right? Like there's a little bench seat. The room's probably like half the size of the studio, right? So it's probably like, 40 square feet total. But there's like satanic imagery on the walls that's like a pentagram, but it has like the washing cycles around the pentagram where it's like, hey, if it's silk, put it in for 40 minutes or whatever. But it's like a pentagram showing the way that you angle the washing machines and stuff. There was some weird shit for sure. Some real weird shit. And noises, dude. There was one room that was like a 3-story tall room, and there's like it's like a
Playing
forest, and you can
Skrillex.
walk across like,
Dude, that's cool. The nature thing.
dude. But it was not regular nature. It was like alien nature.
Skrillex, bro.
So like you're
Turn it off.
Turn it off.
there's like
Gotta get the fuck out of here.
there's like walkways that are 2 stories up, you know, like you're looking down into the forest or whatever. But then like you can go up and there's like a giant chair that's like a tentacle hand that you can sit in.
Dude, it's like Halo shit, bro.
Dude, some real weird shit.
Can you bring your Xbox in there?
No.
Oh man, that'd be really cool if you.
But you know what they do have is adult nights, and you can go in and it's 21 plus, and they have beer stands like every couple rooms.
Do you just pay? You're like, they're like $70. You can drink as much beer
Yeah.
as you want.
Yeah,
You're like,
that's
I'm
exactly what it
tripping,
is.
dude.
Yeah.
I just threw up all the beer everywhere. I'm gonna
No,
get
that's
another
exactly what happened.
Have you been to those ice bars?
Dude, so I went to a negative zero or something like that.
Yeah.
And they have all the beers like in the fucking ice
Mm-hmm.
sculptures or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that shit's rad.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
one. What kind of sculptures? Like swans and stuff?
Sure.
Little like bears?
Whatever.
Cocks. Giant cocks.
Yeah.
Giant ones, huh?
Yeah, you know, like roosters.
Yeah. Do they crow and everything?
Yeah. Every morning.
Dude, so
Cock-a-doodle do?
so I went
It's cold as
I
fuck.
was
They like give you Parkinson's shit.
Yeah, I was really young, but I went to one of the Gaylord resorts in Dallas, and they
Yeah.
had like
That's the Texan. The
Yeah.
Gaylord Texan.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
They had a seasonal thing going on where it was like, hey, you know, pay whatever amount, and then you can go into this ice sculpture, you know, room/bar. And they had, dude, I was like 11, so I didn't, you know, get drunk like I normally would at home because I was with my parents.
Fucking 5 years too late.
I know.
Or early.
Oh, I would have, but you know, with parents and stuff. But anyway, so ice sculptures everywhere, and they had actually live motherfuckers doing ice sculptures with like chainsaws.
Chainsaws.
Yeah. And dude, it was a pretty fucking rad thing. I would say that like that's like, you know, top 5 of like, wow,
Cool shit you've done?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's some of the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. They have those bars now popping up. I've seen them in a couple places. The first place I saw it was Vegas.
Yeah. So Vegas has Meow Wolf, which is the same one I went to in Denver.
Yeah.
And there's one in like Santa Fe or
The
something
Vegas
like
one's probably crazy.
Yeah, dude. So the Vegas one's like a supermarket. It's weird as fuck. And you can actually like check out at the lines and they have like alien goods.
Yeah, but drugs aren't legal in Vegas, right?
Shit.
Weed is just not on the strip. It's weird.
Probably.
It's a weird.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Probably hallucinogens have been decriminalized too.
I guess there's probably too many international people who go there.
Well, they want people to get drunk and spend all their money, not get stoned and go to bed.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I think maybe that's a conspiracy theory.
Like, yeah, let's just go back to the room and just watch TV.
Whoever they are.
Let's go watch Breaking Bad.
All right, shots. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Cheers, boys.
Tink.
Cheers. Tink.
Jim Beam double oaked.
We should talk about it.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Gives me gas, dude.
Jim Beam Double Oak is a whiskey to rival any other. It is first aged in charred American white oak barrels. Then we pour it into another freshly charred barrel to mature for a second time. The added interaction with the oak wood results in a liquid intense in flavor, smooth in taste. It was pretty short,
Yeah,
right?
that was kind of short.
I appreciate that description. It shows what they're trying to achieve.
They were just like, we put it in one barrel and then we put it in another barrel.
And then you drink it.
It's marketing. It's got to be a little pretentious.
It's supposed to be a little
But
bit better.
at least it's short.
It didn't, well, okay, let's start off with sweetness. Very low, right?
Yeah.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crunch, can we go ahead and give it a 4?
10. I give it a 10.
Yeah, 3.5, 4 for me.
Okay, so just so I actually have a valid vote, I'm saying 4.5. There's not much shit, not a whole lot crunchier than that.
They have a top shelf whiskey that comes in a wooden box, and that's the grainiest whiskey that I've ever had in my life. And
Okay,
it's
so that's a 5, but this is a 4.5.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
It's grainy.
Bite.
Granny.
It's got a good
I
bite.
would give it like
3.5?
a 3.
It's got a good. Okay, so here's the deal about the bite. It's like a 3 in like strength, right? It's like a 5 in like how long it fucking
Yeah, it
bites you.
keeps going.
Yeah,
So-
it's the bite that keeps on giving.
It's like
I don't
a
know how
Energizer
to I
Bunny.
don't know how to qualify that.
So
'Cause the strength is about a 3 bite, but the longevity of it is
here's the thing:
longer.
the bite is covered up by the crunch.
the crunch. I think the crunch prolongs the bite.
3.5?
Yeah,
Can we agree on that?
I'm down.
3, but
All right, bottle. It's got Jim Beam on the bottle.
I give it like a 3.
This is a Jim Beam bottle.
no, absolutely not.
I give it a 3.
Absolutely,
And it's because it's a
fucking not.
great bottle. The only negative marks really is that it doesn't have a fucking cork.
That's a 2. That is a Jack Daniels bottle with a screw-off cap.
No, it says Jim Beam on
and
the
it's a
bottle.
rectangle. It's not a square.
He's right. It's different. It's definitely
Hold it, and you'll be like, oh shit, that's not a Jack Daniels
That
bottle.
is not a Jack Daniels bottle.
Nope.
See?
Look, I get that it's not a direct replica of a Jack Daniels bottle,
It's
but
not.
like,
It's not.
It's
Okay.
a twist off.
It's
though.
its own bottle. The only negative marks is that it's a twist off, and that's why it's only a 3. It's just a barely above average because it would be a 3.5 to 4 if it had a cork.
I'll give it average. I'll give it 2.5, but that's the highest you're getting me to go.
I'm not trying to convince you it's good. I'm just saying, I noticed it when I picked it up cause like I'm used to this bottle look being a square, not a rectangle.
Yeah,
so when I
and-
picked it up and it was skinnier this way, I was like, oh shit, this is,
I
a little
get
bit different.
that, but at the same time, like the neck is exactly the same, right? The like grips on the neck.
And it says Jim Beam on it right here.
Yeah,
And right here.
it's not.
Look,
it's not
I
the
get
same.
it, but
It's not the same. It's definitely different.
okay, hear me out. For a
Listen.
All you got to say is it doesn't have a fucking cork.
for a high end version of a basic bitch whiskey,
Yeah.
that bottle is shit.
Yeah, it should have a cork.
Should have a
Yeah.
cork.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay. Well, so we're giving it like a 2.5?
2.5.
It's hard to say that it can be more than a 2.5 without a cork.
Average as fuck.
Yeah.
It's forgettable.
Yeah.
Drunkenness, how do we feel?
25.
No,
That actually,
I'm going to go low. I'm going to go 2 because it's hard to get down. I've choked
that's a
on
good
every
point.
one.
It's
yeah.
86 proof. It's a little bit strong,
But
but it also sucks to drink.
it's not
I would-
90 plus,
I would
and
give
it
it-
sucks to drink, dude.
I would give it average.
2 to 2.5. I think 2.
A little bit,
I'm at 2.
a little bit,
Yeah, I got you.
a little bit overproof, but hard to drink. I feel like hard to drink makes it a 2. A little bit overproof makes it a 3. I put it at 2.5.
So what is, like, where does this bottle fit in? Where is Jim Beam Double Oak Twice Barreled?
You know, to each his own. It's not my thing. I stay away from Jim Beam in general because it's grainy and has a little bit of a bite that lingers, and I don't like. And
This is
across,
solely-
across most of their bottles, like regardless of what it is, whether it's the top shelf or the bottom shelf.
Look, I'm going to preface this with, if you're trying to go into that range, which I don't know how much the bottle costs. I don't know. I'm not trying to fucking guess, but if you're going to go in that range, go get a bottle of,
Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig barrel proof. It's going to be better.
Does it have a cork or a twist top?
Oh, it's cork.
Elijah Craig's cork.
See, I think a cork makes a big difference.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a big difference.
I really appreciate a bottle of the cork.
So I think this is a bottle for someone that's like, I really like Jim Beam. And you're like, you should try something that's, better.
Better Jim Beam.
And then they're like, nope, I'm not going to try anything better. I'm only drinking Jim Beam fucking Black Label.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, maybe you should try the barreled and bond or whatever, bottled and bond.
Bottled and bonded.
And then they're like, nope, I don't like that either. And it's like, well, fuck, will you at least try the Double Oak Twice Barreled? At least that? That's about the only time I could ever recommend this.
Hey, I will
So-
say we were this way about Evan Williams for a long time.
How's that?
Yeah. I get where you're coming from.
Okay.
Somebody was like, hey, you only drink Evan Williams. You should try the Evan Williams, bottled and bond. And we're like, fuck that. And then eventually we saw the light and we found Elijah Craig, which is the same distillery, by the way.
Yeah. It's better though.
Oh yeah, much. But so
And we found
my thoughts on
a
where
bunch
this
of things.
fits.
We found at this point how many, like fucking 80 different bottles of fucking.
Yeah, after drinking whiskey every week for 3 years, we found some better things. It happens.
A
But
numbers game.
my point is that where this bottle fits is I want Jim Beam but better, or
Bullet.
I'm a whiskey motherfucker
I'm a big fan of Bullet Rye, honestly.
and I'm just trying to see where every company can land on their upper end,
I don't even think this is upper end.
Nah, that's middle shelf.
Oh, I mean, it's better than Jim Beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
To me,
wait.
Bullet is better
here's-
Jim Beam.
here's
That's
the-
what Bullet is.
Here's the ultimate
Not
question.
quite as grainy.
Would you drink that before you drank Evan Williams?
No.
Black label Evan Williams, base Evan Williams.
Evan Williams home for us though. That's
I mean, if someone was like, hey, check it out. I got this badass bottle of Jim Beam Double Oak Twice Barrel. I wouldn't be like, fuck you, I'll drink the Evan Williams in my backpack. Like, you're a piece of shit. No, I would drink it with them. But
yeah, and then you drink the Evan Williams.
If I'm standing there and I'm looking at Evan Williams and I'm looking at Jim Beam Double Oak twice, like basic bitch Evan Williams and Jim Beam Double Oak twice barreled on a shelf next to each other, regardless of the price.
I get Elijah Craig.
Price them the same.
I get Elijah Craig.
I would still drink
Elijah Craig.
No, hold on. Time out. So, fuck pricing them the same. Somebody shows up at your house, right, for a party, and they're like, I have Evan Williams and I have Jim Beam Double Oaked. Which one do you want a shot of?
Oh, give me that Evan Williams.
Evan
Nostalgia,
Williams.
bro.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's home.
All right. Well, I think that fucking wraps that shit up. Yeah.
Not a very good bottle. But, I mean, it'll get you drunk, so we're going to drink it.
Oh, yeah, we're going to drink it.
I mean, I'm not a degenerate over here.
Yeah. We're going to finish that bottle, and then we're going to drink Evan Williams again.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I think it's important now that we switch off a little bit, and I want to talk about somebody that we need to pay some homage to.
Yeah.
I think it's a very a special guy in our lives who's really contributed in many ways.
To society?
Oh, it's me.
In general?
It's you in a way. You've kind of taken on this persona.
He's like a
bit.
friend. He's like a mentor almost.
He's almost like a dad.
Yeah.
That's how I relate to him. And
there, and there's a lot of great people that we've lost in the past. Mr. Fred Rogers, right?
Oh man, yeah, dude, so many memories with that guy.
Steve Irwin,
Mm-hmm. He's such an advocate for wildlife.
Yesterday was Steve Irwin's 60th birthday, by the way.
Wow.
Robin Williams.
But he's dead, so it's not his
Robin
birthday
Williams.
anymore.
Well, it is.
And now,
It's still his birthday.
It's not though, because he's dead.
Well, no, it's his birthday. It's just,
Wait,
you know,
It's just he's dead, so
Yeah.
he's not alive anymore.
who did we lose, Gator?
Man, and that's what's hard to talk about is losing this person. And I know we've lost a lot of fruit to this gentleman over the years, and that's tragedy in itself, but I think losing Mr. Gallagher is even a deeper cut.
Mr. Gallagher was a fruit slayer, by the way.
he was a root slayer.
A what?
What?
he smashed shit with a
That's
hammer.
Deep. That's deep. That's deep, bro.
Think he smashed shit with a hammer?
Yeah.
But it was metaphorical. It's a metaphorical hammer.
It was.
Was it? Because I think he was like, I'm going to smash watermelons with hammers.
And we watched
usually-
it.
And then he did.
We watched it on late night TV, right?
He would rant and rave about something, and then he'd get mad and smash something.
Yeah, I don't know. He was just bald and wore a hat, had a mustache, and smashed fruit. That's how I know. Wore some
It wasn't
fruit
fruit.
clothes.
Damn it.
Huh?
What was it?
Vegetables.
No. It's
Oh.
root.
It was root,
I don't get it.
Because watermelons grow on the ground?
but they grow on top of the ground, not in the ground.
Are you saying watermelon isn't a fruit right now? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm offended. Hold on.
Those are fight
Look,
words.
fuck Gallagher. All right, let's get into this fruit.
Yeah, this just transitioned into
Saying
a whole
watermelon's not
new
a fruit?
topic.
Wait, hold on.
Take your stance. Explain your viewpoint here. I want to hear the depth to your.
All right, so we can
your thought.
all agree that watermelon is produce.
Sure.
Okay.
They sell it in the produce section at the HEB store. Yeah.
All right. So,
That's pretty Texas.
Well,
was this guy writing off fucking watermelons for his taxes?
he had a wholesale deal through a distributor in California.
He's
actually.
a billionaire. He doesn't pay taxes.
Was Gallagher a millionaire? I doubt he was a millionaire. I really doubt it.
I bet if he did not smash all
I
the
think his-
watermelons, he would have been.
I mean, because that was his number one asset, right? Like, he was very watermelon rich, obviously.
I think
bought
as a
like
millionaire,
15 farms.
you still pay taxes as a millionaire. I think you don't stop paying tax till you're a billionaire.
Yeah, but you can find like loopholes and shit.
Probably.
You're like they're for charity.
You probably pay less taxes as a millionaire.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't know that Gallagher was a millionaire.
Why not? Dude, he's on TV, bro.
He wasted a lot of money.
You think
on
he was
cocaine
like
and fruit.
a
Yeah,
six-figure
but he wrote it all
motherfucker?
off. He wrote
wasted-
it off on taxes.
That's fine. You didn't pay taxes on
I mean,
it. That doesn't mean you don't spend the money.
It is smart.
I mean, most people don't pay taxes on cocaine, but a lot of people ruin their fortunes that way. I'm just saying.
He's thinking like a millionaire because he's figuring out.
Actually, I don't know anybody that's paid taxes on cocaine.
Obviously, you're going to buy 500 pounds of watermelons every week, right? So he figured out a way to write that off on his taxes. And I'm sure he was, scraping shit off to the side and keeping it, like he had to have been. It's an asset.
And I agree with that number, 500 pounds. That's not excessive because if you think about his shows, let's say he did 5 shows a week, right? That's 100 pounds a night.
Who the fuck wants to do 5 shows a week?
And each watermelon weighs like 25 pounds, right? So he smashed at least 4 of them.
5 shows a week's a full-time fucking job. That sucks.
Watermelons are heavy.
And he smashed a lot more than 4.
Well, then maybe they're less weight. Let's call them 10 pounds. So you can do 10 a night. Cause he would go rapid succession sometimes, dude. He'd get like fired up and be like,
he mastered the art of smashing watermelons.
he was good at it, dude. Did you see his like,
I would argue that he might be the best that's ever. He's the GOAT. He's
his
the GOAT.
technique and his physique? He trained
I think I
for
saw
that,
Carrot
dude.
Top smash some shit one time, and it wasn't as cool as Gallagher.
No,
Did-
of course not.
Dude, he's just
Did they have like a
Carrot Top isn't an athlete like Gallagher.
Did they
He did
have
steroids too. He still didn't top it.
Did they have like a label on the rose in the audience where they were like, "Hey, this is the splash zone"?
Wait, did
Yeah.
Carrot Top die?
Like for real?
Yeah, no, they did.
They had to wear special protective gear, or else it was
Gallagher gear.
hazardous to their health.
Yeah, it's like going to SeaWorld and sitting in the splash zone.
Dude, and think about the marketing opportunities. Like, not only are you slinging watermelons, you're also slinging hammers, and you're also slinging rain gear.
And
Gallagher gear.
and the watermelons are GMO because I wanted them to have a bigger splash effect. So
Somebody
that
somebody
makes
has
sense.
a raincoat that they wore to a Gallagher show, like in a shadow box hanging on their wall.
That's a weird place to be. I mean, if you're standing there and you're like, hey, what the fuck is this about? And they're like, oh, I went to this Gallagher show in 1989 and
two maybe.
and he smashed a watermelon and it landed on me and I didn't even wash it. I don't wash it. I keep it in this.
It's in the shadow box.
And you're like, all right, well,
You're like, yeah, like
I'm going to go.
You're like,
I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
5 years ago, it had black mold
Yeah, especially
on
if
it.
he's playing with his mannequins.
The health department from the state had to come out and inspect it, but they okayed it and cleared it. I just have to keep it sprayed down with Lysol and a little bit of bleach every now and then.
It's a
but
mold hazard.
It is. It's dangerous, dude.
Gotta watch out for those mold hazards. Get you sick.
It is, and especially on the
Especially on your dick.
on the melon.
Wait, what?
Whoa, dude, you got mold on your dick?
I'm just saying, you gotta watch out for mold.
You know they make scrub brushes for that.
Yeah,
They're
that's what I'm
anti-mold.
saying. You gotta be diligent.
Yeah, you got to clean it up, scrub it up, Watch out though, you might burn some skin off though, so you got to go kind of easy.
All right, so speaking of big significant figures from our lifetime, right?
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
So yeah, Gallagher.
You can't cinch bulls' dicks in California anymore.
Hey, and let's pronounce it correctly. It's Gallagher.
Gallagher. No, no, it's not.
Gallagher.
All right, what I was trying to get to was that two black holes recently collided.
They made it a galactic booper.
Yeah, and
What?
and
It was a Gallagher. That's what they call
and
it.
No, galactic booper. I said it right the first time.
They call it
yeah,
a Gallagher.
no, he said it right.
Galactic.
But it
Uber,
proved
like-
Einstein was real.
No, this is a new black hole story.
Oh, this is not the.
No, so there was the two black holes that were meeting together and it looked like a dog nose in space.
Uh-huh.
That was last week. And now this week, a black hole has exposed.
You're telling me there's more black holes in
Yes,
space?
a new black hole.
More than two?
Yeah, a new one has exposed itself
They're like zits on your ass, dude. They're everywhere.
by demolishing a star. And I guess as it demolished a star, it like lit up. And so like it probably happened a million years ago, but we just saw it like yesterday or something.
A million light years ago.
And the star was like, I'm bad as fuck. And the black hole
No, the
was
star
like,
got
nope.
the star got decimated. That black hole destroyed it.
Fuck a star.
But it lit up a black hole so that we could see it, you know.
Well,
Is there anything in this universe that can fight a black hole?
Yeah, it's the
Chuck
black
Norris, obviously.
What?
Chuck Norris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Duh.
He trained for it too.
You're right.
though.
You're right. You're
I
right.
mean, that's no
nothing.
joke.
hole. I got nothing. He's right.
Black
But-
holes are serious, man.
So, yeah, so this is another black hole.
Yeah, another
Yeah.
one, and it's exposed itself.
Well,
How do we-
it didn't light up. It
did,
lack
'cause-
of lighted up.
No, it chopped up a star, and the starlight we saw all chop up into a million.
And they
pieces.
were like, oh, that was a black
Just
hole that just
disappeared.
ate that star.
wow,
yeah.
dude, black holes can chop up light.
Yep,
That's how
Yep.
that works.
yeah, they turn light black.
That's so nuts that like they're so powerful, not even light can escape.
Wow.
And they
Can't believe
proved
you said that.
what?
Not you.
And they proved that Einstein was real. And, I'm glad because there's like,
It's important.
dude, these Einstein deniers are like out of control and they're just spitting fucking misinformation, right? Like,
Vitriol.
Dude, okay. So it's kind of like that time that Stephen Hawking, he had a time travelers party, right? So he set up a whole
He
fucking
invited Mike
shindig.
Judge.
He set up a whole fucking shindig, and he was like, "Hey, everybody, if you're from the future, this time, this place, at this location, come show up."
And if they're from
And
the
then you
future,
know what
they should have
happened?
heard it. Nobody showed up.
Dude, that's a cocky motherfucker, isn't it? He's like, not only anybody alive right now, but anybody alive ever. Get at me. Get at me.
In the future. Or
And
the
then
He's like, I'm right here. Let's throw down. I'm in a wheelchair. What? You think you can beat me? Nah, fuck off.
Here's the date and time. You have a decade to plan this shit. So there's no excuses, right?
And then you know what happened?
Bro, check it out. I'm going to get married on this day a decade from now. If
Nobody
you don't show
showed
up,
up.
you're a real dick.
Because
No.
they're scared.
Everybody showed up, and he covered it up.
Oh, all the time travelers did show up? And then he shut the fuck up?
No way, dude.
Yeah, he kept that shit to the grave, literally.
Sometimes when people show the fuck up, people shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Stephen Hawking was fake, obviously. He was a faker.
He's a hologram.
You don't think he fucked around?
No, he did fuck around. He found out. That's how they got him.
That's how
you
he
know?
found out so much. He fucked around a lot, right?
He did. I mean, that whole hoax with all the time travelers and stuff.
Yeah, you
In
gotta,
a wheelchair, you know.
if you want to find out a lot, you got to fuck around a lot, you know? It's just the way it goes.
I'm glad Einstein has found some vindication, though.
Dude, I can't believe he's real.
I'm glad he's real.
This is like Santa Claus is real.
It's kind of the same thing, right? Like,
Dude, right?
one's got a big goofy fucking beard. One's got a big goofy fucking hair. You know?
He's like Father Science or something.
They're like, oh, he flew around the moon and on a sleigh, and then the other one's like, yeah, but I like invented science or something.
dude, he looks like the moon too. Like all black and white in those pictures. You're just like, what?
Maybe it was Einstein that came back and beat up
Hawking?
Hawking.
Oh, and put him in a wheelchair.
That'd be a good fight.
Fuck.
Oh, is that why he was in a wheelchair?
Yeah, because Einstein.
No, that was that was the fight number 1, right? Fight number 1, Einstein came back and was like, yo, what's up? And then put him in a wheelchair. And then Hawking was like, no, I still got you. And he called him out again. Einstein came back and shut him the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
You think you're gonna make?
And then the black hole ate up the light, and we're like, oh shit. We used to think that Einstein was fake, but now Einstein's real, and we know it because of a black hole.
Yeah.
dude, what if Einstein like
Washington?
ate out Stephen Hawking's eyes, and then they sold?
What?
They sold. Listen, feel me out on this.
Nope.
And then like 20 years
No.
later, they got together, and Einstein was like, "Yo, bro, I ate your eyes. Let's make some fucking like DMT gummies called Hawkeyes."
Okay.
Hawkeyes, dude, and you can like see all kinds of shit, and like it's crazy. You can see the future, and they're like, "But we're not going to invite anybody to the future, just the past."
You ever watch those singing shows where they got the buzzer? And it's like, if they don't like what they hear, yeah, dude. I buzzed you out, and I might have been wrong. It might have been an early buzz. You
Dude,
know?
it's Hawkeyes, bro. Are you kidding me?
No, I got you.
This is as good a collaboration as Mike Tyson.
That's
and
what
Van
I'm
Holyfield.
saying.
I got you.
They're both.
Tesla and Edison?
What would they do? We made Tesla cars
No, they made light bulbs.
Yeah.
with Elon Musk.
No, with Edison.
With
All
Tennyson.
right. Hey,
Don't elephants have Musk?
Tessidin.
so obviously,
Sounds like something you drink when you got a cold.
Tessidin?
Tessidin.
obviously,
You drink it.
Computer Boy was pretty sick. You know,
Huh?
he was under the weather. You might say
What are you
Who's
talking about?
that fucking keyboard boy.
Which
I
one?
don't know what you're talking about.
The employee who was a cat?
No, what? We were literally just talking about him,
Elon Musk?
Stephen Hawking. You fucking clowns.
Oh, yeah, he does use a keyboard.
Did you just
right?
call Stephen Hawking keyboard boy?
He like talked.
No.
And then expected everybody else to get it like right out.
Nothing.
Damn,
Keyboard boy.
that's rough.
That's the title of the episode. It's got to be.
Damn, son.
All right, so he was obviously sick. Like he was fucked up. He had a
Really? What makes you say that?
Takes one to know one, or how do you know?
I'll
Poor
whip
child.
your ass, bitch.
Poor chop.
I'll whip your ass, bitch.
So I and my wife both got sick this last week, and
Being sick sucks.
yeah, dude, it's fucking terrible.
Wait, did you sign a waiver before you came on the show?
Wait, do you have COVID?
Yeah.
Shit. I've been sick, but I don't have COVID yet.
Oh well.
And
here.
COVID, if we know one thing,
Let me
COVID's
give you a hug.
definitely not fake. It's definitely not fake. So that's why this show is not going to get canceled, because this is me saying out loud that it's not fake.
Yeah, I'll trade you flu for COVID.
Yeah, my wife had flu actually, so I got flu. I can dish out to anybody.
Give it over here,
Whoever
man.
wants it.
Yeah, but flu's scary.
Why?
Didn't like famous people die from flu?
Much like COVID is scary.
Flu's less scary than flu shots.
What? No.
Yeah.
They
Dude,
hurt, but that's,
okay.
Flu doesn't involve needles, bro. What are you talking about?
If I can get a shot that's just like, hey, we're going to cancel
That's right
flu and we're going to cancel COVID for this year. You don't get it.
You like needles
down.
more than sniffle nose?
He's got to take a lot of them.
Yeah, apparently you do.
Actually, yeah, I would take a needle over sniffle nose.
And have you ever
Needles
taken
don't
the
bother
flu
me.
shot and not gotten the flu?
I would take a flu shot.
Wait, no. Have you ever taken the flu shot and not gotten the flu?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
like most of the time,
Y'all take flu shots a lot?
like once a year.
I don't know if I've ever.
Is that weird?
I don't think I've ever.
Am I out of line here?
No, you're not. I've taken a flu shot every year for the last 10 years, and I've gotten the
What?
flu once.
Fuck that.
Of course, yeah. I don't know. I've taken the flu shot every year for several years, and I've gotten the flu. Like,
I've never taken the
times.
flu shot, and I've gotten the flu like 3 times.
I've gotten it like 3 times my entire life.
So, what's up?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't do anything, but how about this?
Yeah, there's needles. It does something. It sticks a needle in you.
If I could have the flu for 6 days or get a shot every day for 6 days, I would do that.
Yikes. That hurts.
For real.
You get a shot every day for 6 days rather than just be sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I would too.
Hands
100%.
down.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting a shot isn't that bad.
Being sick isn't that bad.
It's just
All right,
not.
look, here's the deal. And I kind of want to transition this into another topic, but we'll get there.
Wait, would you rather be hungover or sick? Like real fucking hungover or sick?
Sick.
Sick. Yeah.
Sick than hungover?
Yeah.
Damn.
Like the realest fucking hangover I've ever had versus the realest fucking sickness I've ever had.
Ooh.
I would
there's
take
different kind of
sick.
sick. Like if it's flu sick and it's like stuffy nose and sore throat. And
No.
And like
if it's
fever,
flu sick, where you have a fever and you're
Yeah,
falling in and out of sleep and you're having the fucking
Delirium
crazy
dreams. Yeah.
if fever counts.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that shit's wild,
Yeah.
bro.
No, that's exactly where I was going. I would take a fucking,
That shit
I would
doesn't
take
get
a
me.
month of like,
I can be sick. I can do that.
I would take a month of needles every fucking day
You're
if I never
crazy.
had to have delirium
Fuck that.
dreams ever again.
You're crazy. I'm the opposite. Fuck that. I'll be sick. Being sick doesn't fucking bother me.
No, the delirium dreams, dude. I
I
cannot
don't
fucking do
want to
it.
go
I
to
cannot
and pay
fucking
for
do it.
doctors to give me shots that I don't think fucking matter. Period.
I cannot do the fucking delirium dreams, man. Like every time that happens to me, it is like the worst fucking day of my life.
Dude,
every
you just
single
drink
time it
half
happens.
a bottle of NyQuil and go into fucking fever sleep. It's fucking fine.
No, dude, I still have delirium dreams. Like, okay, imagine you
Yeah.
take like 7 Benadryl.
That's what happens when you drink a half bottle of NyQuil, dude. You have fucking crazy dreams, man.
Yeah. Same with Tamiflu or fucking anything else, dude. I don't know.
Tamiflu.
Yeah. No, dude, I've done it. It's not fun.
Tamiflu.
I don't either. But I'm just saying I would rather have a fever or take a shot every day than have the delirium dreams. I fucking hate them.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be sick.
Ah, they're crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll be sick. But here's
I don't feel the same about you. I was just like, holy
Here's my
shit,
deal.
that was kind of crazy.
a stomach bug. Fuck it, dude. I'll take a shot. I'll take a shot. Like you said, forever for a stomach bug. Fuck stomach bug.
I mean, I take a shot
Throwing
every
up
time
and
I have a
diarrhea?
stomach bug.
throwing up and diarrhea at the same time. Nope.
Oh no, I'll take that every day.
No, fuck that. Nope.
Every fucking day. I will
So-
take that.
See, I've had the worst hallucinations off of that shit. Worse than any flu has
Wait.
ever given me.
So
Here, let's take a shot. to
Or
get rid of
any
these,
amount of
fever dreams.
NyQuil.
yeah, I don't have fever dreams when I drink a shit ton of whiskey.
Dude, I have puked and shit so hard that I was tripping balls, dude.
Same. And I would take a shot over that every single day. Now, that said, I feel like we haven't touched on it yet. And, I want to touch on it
Where did it touch you?
right in the dick.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It's
Nice.
small.
But okay.
It's accurate.
So it's November,
Precise.
right? It's November.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of fucking things going on in November.
Is it fucking November?
Yeah.
I think
And
it's
I
like-
didn't realize how important November was.
It's not.
What do you mean?
How important people have made it now.
No, it's
What?
not. Everybody gets sick in November. It's the
Yeah.
rule.
But, okay. So November has no shave November.
Mhm.
No nut November.
Mhm.
No Novocaine November.
Yep.
Yep.
No NyQuil November.
Ooh, I'm out.
Ooh, you failed that one.
Lost that one already this week.
I think I've lost every single one of these. Is this a game that we're playing? No, I'm not. I'm not really down with the November.
No
In
nightshade.
fact, I like
Oh,
to. I choose to
and-
acknowledge November.
no
This isn't a.
nightcrawlers.
I refuse to get on this fucking woke culture of no November, right? Like, no, November is a scientific fact. It happens every single year. And I'm just going to acknowledge it. I'm going to acknowledge
There's
that
also-
November exists.
So
I'm going to treat it
I'm
just
not saying
like
I'm
every other
partaking.
fucking month.
I'm not partaking, but there is also a no nicotine November.
Except we're going to cook turkeys.
No
Yeah.
nicotine, huh? That's interesting.
I don't cook turkeys really any other month. November, pretty much.
No nitrous oxide November.
What if we no turkey November?
No
Fuck
New
that.
Balance November. You can't
Fuck
wear your
that.
nice
You wait
sneakers.
all year for November just so you can have turkey.
Yeah. I like November.
Yeah.
No neon.
They're trying
November.
to ruin fucking Thanksgiving. That's what they're trying to do.
That's what they are.
They are. That's what they're doing.
Whoever the fuck they are.
Whoever the
No
fuck they are.
Neolithic.
They're
November.
Chop. Chop hates Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He does. He with a passion.
I'm leaving town.
That's cool.
Okay.
It makes November that much better.
Where are you
No
going?
chop November.
No Chop November. Peace out, brother.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't
So-
rhyme.
It makes dollars.
I am participating in no shave November. I got that going.
You haven't shaved since January.
I haven't shaved since September
Oh,
of 2021.
2-time November knowers.
No, actually, I think I shaved in. I didn't full shave, but I trimmed up in like March. But
Curtains and drapes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, he had to.
Oh, yeah.
He had to shave his balls.
oh yeah, I shaved my balls more recently than that.
I thought you got your balls cut off.
He had to shave them first.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
They
before
don't
they
so
want
cut
that
them
they
off.
could see the lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
You
anything
can't cut
else.
them off till you shave them.
I mean, if you shoot a deer, do you keep the skin on it? No, you cut it all off.
Well,
you
you
don't want
gotta-
hair on it.
You
right?
got to cut the mesquite away to get to the deer after you kill it. 'Cause
When you skin a deer, you shave the balls first, right?
yeah,
You have
course.
to. It's
every
part of
time.
otherwise, they don't taste good. Just ask Kevin Bacon's murderer.
You got your skinning knife, and then you got your razor blade for shaving.
Oh man.
Dude,
All right.
and what if you I bet you could sell that to somebody that's never hunted before. You're like, dude, you have to shave the balls.
Dude, because you would be like, look, the ball hair is what taints the meat, and you don't want that getting on your meat.
It's a $50 straight razor with a camo sticker over the handle.
Yeah, dude. And it's specifically for ball
Browning.
hair.
It's browning.
Yeah.
It says Mossy Oak right there, dude. I don't know. Fucking buy that shit. It's
I
$60.
promise you, every time I've been skinning deer for 30 years, and you got to shave the ball hair off every time.
It's the best ball hair shaver.
You don't
around.
like gamey meat, you got to shave your ball hair. That's what happens. And I recommend you shave your own ball hair before you go out there because the deer smell it.
Our uncles have this story where one of them he shot a deer and didn't really know what he was doing. He's going to clean it. And then there's another one that does know what he's doing. He's trying to like walk him through it, right? He's coaching him. And he's like, all right, you're going to take the blade and cut down. And then you're going to get to the dick right here. And he's like, all right, cool. And then he's like, all right, now grab the dick and move it over here. And he grabs it, moves it. And he goes, now grab it and move it over here. And he's like, okay. And he's like, nah, I was wrong. Grab it, move it back over here. And he grabs it. And he's like, now move it back over there. And he's like, God damn it.
Yeah. As one does.
You got to fuck with them a little bit.
As one does.
Now shave the balls. You're going to have to shave those balls.
Dude, it's important. It's an important step.
Here's a dull butter knife. Good luck.
Deer processing 101.
Shave the balls.
First
Yeah,
step.
first
shave the
step.
balls.
Even if it's not a buck, shave the balls.
Wait. So I got one question for you guys
Oh,
before
no.
we shut this shit down.
No.
Who's shutting this shit down?
You are.
You are.
You are.
Got him.
All right, shut it down.
All right, guys. So Whiskey and Whiskers website is up. So whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. If you'd like to support the show, there's links to our Patreon account with pledges starting at just $1
Hey, Blake,
a
can
month.
you read some shit?
At whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com, you can also find links to the show no matter how you choose to listen. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Pandora, Audible, everywhere. So go look us up.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
And there's live feeds to our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're on the
Tomato onion.
We're on the That's Not Canon
Like
network.
mustard on that?
There's tons of great podcasts, no matter what you like to listen to. Most importantly, if you made it this far in the show, you're a bad motherfucker. Go to our website, you bad motherfucker, you. Whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Click that bad motherfucker link. Your donations keep the show going, so it allows us to keep bringing that fire. Keep drinking these bottles and keep making you laugh. So go to the website, click the link, and subscribe. Go to whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Donate to our Patreon. New episodes every Monday. New content all the time.
We'll see you next week.
You kind of sounded like Cali-Ban.